appreciate you watching, and I appreciate all of the subscriptions over the last couple of weeks. You guys have gotten us right within striking distance of 1,000 subscribers at the end of the year here. So if you haven't subscribed, hit that little subscribe button down there for me, and let's push this thing over 1,000. And I would really appreciate it. Hope you guys are enjoying the videos, and always happy to answer questions. Seems like we get a bunch every week now, so that's good. And keep after it. Hey guys, welcome back to the JPM Performance channel. It is Thursday, December 16th. Time for another shop tour. I am a little under the weather this week. 'Tis the season, I guess, so forgive my voice if it sounds a little strange. Not feeling the best, but I have to be in pretty bad shape to not come out to the shop and work, so we'll fight through it. So a couple of interesting things I'm going to show you guys this week on the shop tour. The Honda motor progress is not one of them, because not much has happened, because still waiting on parts. There's a shocker. But I have spent, honestly, the bulk of my week working on the ND2. So let's get a good look underneath at this exhaust system. Looks really good. So what we've got is we've got two mufflers, and we've got a straight pipe here, because what do we have under here? Actuators. So cutouts. So these cutouts will be actuated through the washer lever inside the car, so you can run it as loud or as quiet as you want. That'll actually be something interesting to try on the dyno as well. So exhaust is in. You can see I've got a couple wires hanging down here. One of these is for the reverse light switch. One is for the reverse lockout. So these are just about ready to go up into the engine compartment. You can also see that the coilovers are in, looking good. Really nice setup. Fox shocks. Actually a really nice setup. Put this thing down, kind of go over what all's been going on. You can see the radiators installed with the fans. Kind of working on fitting everything. Of course, everything is super tight, but it's all working out. It's all working out. Down we go, down we go, down we go. So I was just working on the cold air intake here. So I'm going to get the ECU mounted. I think the way that this filter system is working, I might have to move this box a little bit, but I think I'm going to put the ECU here and then run the cables through this way. But you can see I've got the surge tank installed. Had to make a custom little bracket here because I don't have the... This was actually designed to mount on the bracket that the strut brace from here to here ran on, but I don't have that, so I just made this aluminum one. Surge tank's all hooked up. Heater hoses are good to go. It's kind of hard to see the radiator sitting in here, but there it is. Did finally get our power steering reservoir, so we're looking good there. Just kind of fiddling with this intake system. So this will actually come over, run down into here, get that fastened. You can see that the steam vent coming off here going to the top of the radiator and to the top of the surge tank is all Adele clamped like it should be. So even though this is a street car, I kind of do it just like it was a race car. That's kind of the way I do things. So that's a good thing. So yeah, we're kind of looking pretty good here. So it's, once I kind of get this cold air system done and I can get the nose back on the car and the under trays and everything done, then it's just going to be some wiring. And I'm getting closer here, getting real close. So that's a good thing. Oh, I did finalize the battery relocation back here. So a little tricky, especially if you're going to trim out the trunk. you know, to get this mounted through. I ended up putting a couple riv nuts in here, and then on the back side through the floor. But first you have a little master switch. So right now it's off. It goes right in there, and you just turn it to go on. So that's a good way to prevent theft, and also, you know, your battery from draining. So we're looking good here. The trunk's all put back together. And look, the table is gone, which I am super happy about. So it's we still have, and this will be a project, you know, all the air conditioning stuff still needs to be worked on. Here's the ECU. These are some of the old bolts that we won't be using. Windshield washer reservoir, and then the clutch is over there. But all in all, the pile's getting smaller, so that's a good thing. Old 626 is still here. Why is that? Well, for starters, it's hard to find parts for a car like this. And when you do find parts, sometimes people send you parts that aren't any good. So here's the kicker, and this is not Dave's fault at all. We found a junkyard that had some spindles. So this is our bent spindle. You can't really see how much it's bent from the video here, but you can see how nice the shaft is, you know. So we get a spindle in from a junkyard. Look at this thing. This is where the bearing has to ride, right here. Really? I can't believe somebody would actually ship something like that from a junkyard. So apparently we found another one. Hopefully is here first of next week, because as you can see, she's still sitting here kind of blocking up the alleyway. It's alright. It is what it is. Chipping away on everything else anyway. BMW progress. There you go. Both camshafts in, and valve lash completed. I know there was a little bit of a discussion about the Spec Miata engine stuff last week. This is that Spec Miata motor that's all completed for the lads. Looking good. I believe they're coming by on Friday to pick it up. Well, it's not completely completed because he didn't bring me all the covers and everything that goes on the front of the engine, but you know, the exhaust manifold's on, valve covers restored and looking good. Intake manifolds partially installed, fresh fuel injectors. You know, he just has to finish up a few trim modifications to get that completed. So that's good. Still waiting on the drive shafts to come back again. Of course, they were wrong, and that's a bit of a bummer. But did get the tail back. Tail is all fixed. Dwight did his thing, and the tail's back on the car. So now we just need fuel design to come and wrap this baby, finish it up. But kind of got the battery all back installed, and it's on the trickle charger. I actually had the car running, finalized the oil level, so we're looking pretty good here. If I could just get some drive shafts. Sheesh. Drive me crazy. So, once again, not really any progress going on down here. I know Eric was at the PRI show last week. I think a lot of you guys were probably at the PRI show. So that's cool. I did not go, too busy. But yeah, these cars are just kind of sitting down here for right now. Perry's transmission and everything's done. We talked about that last week. So yeah, it's kind of a short shop tour today, but like I said, the bulk of my effort this week has been towards the Indy too. So I really like how it's coming along. There are a million details, of course, but whittling through, and we'll get there. So hoping this little cold that I've got only lasts for a day or two, because there's nothing like working on cars when you're feeling bad. It's just not a lot of fun. So hope you guys are staying healthy. I appreciate you watching, and I appreciate all of the subscriptions over the last couple of weeks. You guys have gotten us right within striking distance of 1,000 subscribers at the end of the year here. So if you haven't subscribed, hit that little subscribe button down there for me, and let's push this thing over 1,000. And I would really appreciate it. Hope you guys are enjoying the videos, and always happy to answer questions. Seems like we get a bunch every week now, so that's good. And keep after it. We're getting close to Christmas, and then we're getting close to January, which is kind of my favorite time, when all of the holiday stuff is kind of finalized and we can take a deep breath and get ready to go racing again. So always looking forward to that. Should have, and I know I probably said this last week, should have F production Miata pistons next week. It's getting to the point where I'm having to beat on them a little bit, which is not something that I'm very good at as far as being the squeaky wheel, but really needing them now. We got some races in like 3 weeks to get these guys to. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll talk to you next week. Take care.